Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing Artifact Rampage. So Artifact Rampage is all based around Rampage of the Clans, which is a 4-mana instant. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 Centaur creature token. So that's what we're trying to do with this deck, but we're also kind of trying to go off with the Dovin, Karn, and Tezzeret plan as well. So doing a multiple things here. So we're first off trying to get down Psymaster Thopterus. Then we're trying to get down a bunch of artifacts that get us down some creatures, which also works with our Johnny's Welcome to gain us life with Johnny's Welcome, Fountain of Renewal. And then we start getting down our Dovin Grand Arbiters, getting down more tokens, Karn getting down more tokens, Tezzerets, and these are all artifacts or enchantments. Like the Johnny's Welcome is the only enchantment here. On the end of their turn, especially with all these treasure maps we can get, whatever, pretty much anytime we can, and we have at least like 3 or 4 artifacts or enchantments down, on the end of their turn, we can instant speed destroy all artifacts, enchantments. This does work for theirs as well, but for each permanent destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green Centaur creature token. So we can just create 4 or 5 3/3s immediately at the end of their turn, which are hasty, or like we'll be able to swing in on our turn, the next turn, and that's basically what we're trying to do to win. We're just going to keep doing that. I might go up to the 4th copy of this. I've been debating. We have enough card draw and other things, and I wanted to kind of still give an option for everything else to still shine in this deck, because it's kind of a dead card if I don't make everything else happen. So I haven't been able to deck test this at all. Like, this is the first time I'm going to play it, because I'm doing the Ravnica Allegiance event right now, which, again, thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring me to let me do this event. So excited to do that. So thank you to them again. And let's go ahead and get into some gameplay, because here we go. This is so fun. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, we're up again against Mysterious Dude. I just barely played him. I'm not sure if I'm showing that game because it was just a really long one. Ooh, we can keep this. If we draw into land, we get the Chromatic Lantern, so we can pay the 2 line, right? So, Johnny's Welcome. I know I've played against this guy. I can't remember if he was the guy I just barely played. I've played a lot of games today now. So the event goes from like 8 a.m. until midnight, or it's 1 a.m. my time. So it's going to be pretty crazy. Alright, so island into treasure map. And I think we're just going to stop on our upkeep and try to scry for land. It's more important that we try to get it. Getting ahead against this guy is going to be important. Alright, Paladin of the Atonement. Yeah, scry. Dove into the bottom. Draw. Rampage of the Clans. Well, main phase, pass the turn. Alright. Trying to find land. Johnny's Welcome. Alright, scry. There's the land on top. Alright, so draw. Main phase, play a forest, pass the turn. Alright, Fountain of Renewal, so lots of life gain available to him. He is going to get some stuff whenever we do things as well. Well, we're going to play Chromatic Lantern and scry here. Land on top. Yeah, I think we're going to keep the land on top. And we will pass the turn. So starting on their end step, we can at least create lots of centaurs. They also get a lot, though. That is the biggest issue, is that they are getting a ton. So we might want to just try to get to where we can have like 1,000,000. But yeah, I think land on top is still good here. So play land. Maybe we just dove in here. We can Psy and Dovin, so yeah, so play Psy. Yep, gain a life. Play Dovin. And we'll see, we'll see.
I'm impressed anyone would be so foolish as to face me. I'm inspired by a good assault.
Gain life, and we're just going to pass turn. No reason to get too greedy at this point. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. So resolves. Johnny's Pride Mate. Alright, that's bad. A lot of life gain, a lot of counters putting on that guy. Alright, so past my turn, I think that we want to get as much out of this as humanly possible. So we are going to Tezzeret here.
I am master of machines.
So we will minus again,
Don't mind if I
gain a life, and I think we're just going to draw at this point with this guy.
Cold logic will always win.
Man, I'm not loving all of our Johnny's welcomes necessarily. And pass the turn. Well, we do have a lot of creatures that can come down next turn. They haven't been playing lands. I'm actually hoping that they play land and play like Tessa here. So then we can, on their end step, go big. We don't want them to be able to have answers for our stuff. So they swing in for 5. Yep, we are totally fine with just jump blocking. Alright, past to my turn. Let's see here. We can a Johnny's Welcome and Gleam Barrier and still be okay. So let's draw 2 cards first, actually.
I know what must be done.
Alright, play Plains. Play Gleaming Barrier. Yep, create a Thopter. Create a blocker. Gain some life. We have found all of our Johnny's Welcome. So that's kind of interesting. But this should be pretty fun for the next turn. I don't actually want him to lose anything. We're gonna go ahead and tick up and swing in with these guys. I guess we can swing in for 2. Get some more stuff onto Dovin, because Dovin can definitely be useful. Paladin's going to be able to tick up, get some counters on him. Alright, resolves. Yep, gains some life, gets a counter. Alright, that's fine. A Johnny can come down. That's totally fine.
Do not fear.
Yeah, puts counters on these guys. They swing in. Alright, swings at Dovin. We will block, and this still creates another artifact, so we're fine with stopping the damage. I mean, I guess we could have kept it for later on so we could still draw on the next turn, but, yeah, so, anyway, so, here we go. Destroy everything. We have a lot of stuff. Create some tokens as well. Chromatic Lantern. Azur's Gateway. Draw some cards.
Let's see how you respond to genius.
We will tick up here.
Not just a gadget, but ingenuity.
And swing in with everything. They have 3 guys here, so let's see here. So they block, gain 3 life. Do we need to hit a Johnny is the question. 7 times 3 is 21 damage. So we're going to go ahead and swing all in. With the tokens, I think that we're going to be able to have a good turn on the next turn as well. Yeah, so they immediately trade off here. And just with those guys, alright. So we have 7 guys hit. Dovin goes up a ton. Yep, puts counters on himself. So now we can go digging for stuff the next turn. We can go ahead and... we're probably going to Azur's Gateway on their end step. To get something better than Sai here. We could also sacrifice some stuff and draw cards as well. But I'm liking our right, Call to the Feast, get some life linkers. Yep, that's fine. So they're going to be able to gain some life, but they're also not holding up Settle the Wreckage, and that's what is important at the time. Bing. Alright. We'll get rid of the island. Alright, go to my turn. Alright, we will play Fountain of Renewal. We will go looking for what we want now. So I think we want a Karn. We can tap down target creature, which is decent, and just create a lot of stuff, gain life. We want a Rampage. We want... Oh, man, this really wasn't that great. We're getting rid of a lot of lands, but... Alright, so... Oh, that was scary. Alright. And... Draw.
Brilliance comes easily to me.
And let's start creating some tokens. Why don't we? So first off, Karn, Gleaming Barrier, Sentinel Totem, Dovin to the bottom. Let's go ahead and... We can't just create a really big guy. We know we have Rampage, though. Let's go ahead and let's do that. So let's create a 13-13. Why don't we? Alright, go to combat. Swing in. So I'll attack. We're going to go for it. So these guys, I want him to go here, here, and here. And there we go. Alrighty. Oh, I'm loving this deck. This deck is fun. It is fun indeed. Is he just letting her through? Alright, yeah. Oh, man. I think he could have survived, but he had to have something to draw onto. Like, if he had a Settle the Wreckage, it was possible, but we also had the Rampage to kind of kill anything else, and so... Alright, against Elantris, which is an amazing book, by the way, by Brandon Sanderson. I actually was able to meet him. I took his class once upon a time. Alright, keep this. But yeah, good book, just so you know. I've been debating if I want to do the very first video I did on this was a book review, and I've been wondering if I want to do like another channel of book review and board game review. If you guys would like that kind of stuff, let me know. I think it could be fun. This is okay. I mean, we're probably going to get down Sai before the Chromatic Lantern, just so we can at least get something else out of it. At the same time, we could get Karn. I'm going to be greedy. Try to build our board a bit. Against Gruul, we might need this guy just to be a blocker. Depose actually is pretty interesting against Ramp. We're going to get down Psy, pass the turn. Another Elfheim Dream. All right, so is this going to be... We finally are going to see Halar actually work? It would be awesome if he could. There's just not enough kickers. Like, there's not enough of everything to really make it work. So, I don't know if it's possible. All right, well, let's just get down Karn. Dovin's pretty fun as well. But yeah, I think we get down Karn here. Start drawing cards.
Are you certain of your decision?
Probably getting another Karn over the land. I'm always fine with getting more land, honestly. No attacks. Well, unless we draw 22 in a row. Alright. Cast a big explosion. Well, a really small explosion, really, but an interesting explosion, actually. Alright, well, let's... Gleaming Barrier. And Dovin. And we're going to create Thopters here instead of anything else. And honestly, creating a token here makes sense. We can draw. Let's go ahead and start creating tokens. He's a 4/4.
Say hello.
And we'll swing in. Down to 19, pass the turn. And did you draw anything worthwhile from that explosion? The one thing is they could be playing like a Fight with Fire deck, all based around just doubling it up. So they probably needed to draw into it. Expansion can double it. So I really have no clue what they're playing here, though. Team or something. So I think this could be a Fight with Fire, and they're casting it and divvying up the... Yeah, there's the 10 damage. Yeah, so... Killing a bunch of stuff, totally fine. We can handle that. All right, so Fountain of Renewal, and I think we're going to deploy here over Chromatic Lantern to try to get the Karn bigger because they're all tapped down. So we at least start getting some damage in, and then we have flyers up above. So swing in, 4/7 down to 12. I mean, they did get rid of our big guys, and they can do that every turn now. Like, if they have more Fight with Fires, it's good. They have a lot of mana. Alright, Mirari Conjecture gets it back. Or the expansion, and then the Fight with Fire. Yep. Regain life. We play Hallowed Phantom tapped. We play Chromatic Lantern. And we swing in. No reason to swing in with Psy here. Yeah, blocks. Down to 9. And we're going to pass the turn. We can... So I'm guessing this is just like the infinite loop like thing where they have Gaia's Blessing in here so they can keep getting back Mirari's Conjecture. They have Fight with Fire and Expansion Explosion to just keep doing that. And then as long as they have the Elfheim Druids, they have quite a bit of mana for the kicker ability, so they need less mana for Fight with Fire. So I mean, they're going to Fight with Fire here, and I don't think they have enough to expansion yet because they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they only have enough to do the Fight with Fire. So they might hit like Psy here. I don't really see them hitting the Construct. They need to get rid of the tokens as well because it's the one thing they really can't block. They probably have less removal for it as well. And killing these guys makes this guy smaller. We're going to see what they target here. We might respawn with like... I don't know. We'll see. Alright, Fight with Fire. So hitting 4 here. We're going to use this. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. Yes. Here and here. Alright, there's Dovin. Alright, Forest. Dovin. I guess just tick down.
On your impending failure.
We really need to find the Rampage, huh? Alright, go to combat, swing in for 1. And is it worth doing this turn? We could find something to give us another Thopter. I'm going to do it, so I might as well do it this turn. Hollow Fountain, well, pass the turn. We don't really want to be destroying too many more of our artifacts, because that's what the win con is with the rest of it. Well, they have a big expansion explosion they can cast here. They can kill our Dovin Bond. Sorry, not Dovin. Dovin Grand Arbiter. Which might just be tempting enough for them that they go for it, which is fine by us. They get to draw a lot of cards. What we really need is to find our Rampage. Yep, there's the expansion. X4. That's fine. Or Explosion. Oh, and the Murray Conjecture comes down as well. Well, that's fine. We have another Psy. They do get to draw a lot of cards, though. This is actually a pretty legitimate deck. If they can get to Fight with Fire that quick, it's basically a board wipe. And then if they can do if they have any kind of one-sided board wipes, it would be good as well. It's interesting. I think what there needs to be is like a 3-mana enchantment that says Guild Gates come in untapped. I think that would be... Oh, man. Can't be doing this to me, deck. Can't be doing this to me. Alright, well, let's go to combat. Swing in for 1. I'm going to sacrifice here and here, I think. It kills our one way of doing damage, but... Oh. Man, so much land. Pass the turn. We still have to keep at least some artifacts to make our centaurs worthwhile. And Chromatic Lantern helps us. I mean, do we have a forest? We do. I swear we have dual colored forests as well, or like dual color lands for green. I just haven't been able to draw into them. Chromatic Lantern was the other backup plan for that, though, as well as our treasure. So like, I've never been too worried about making sure we at least get to green mana with this deck. I think that we might be losing this one now, though. Fight with Fire. We've only seen one of them. I'm guessing there's multiple. One in the graveyard. Wilderness Reclamation. Yep. That's kind of what I was thinking this deck was. So this is actually an awesome card. So Wilderness Reclamation, at their end step, they can untap all lands. So they can float mana during their end step. So they basically, as soon as they go to the end step, they tap all their lands, they untap, and you can have multiple of these. So like if you get 2 or 3 of these out, you can untap, you know, and float tons of mana. And then all of these instant speed, like an expansion explosion, you can cast a massive one. And it gets pretty awesome. There's a lot of fun things you can do, and then you can double it up to do extra damage. And there's just a lot of fun things you can do with it. So the nice thing about the expansion explosion too is that it does damage first. So even if you were to like to draw yourself out, it's doing the damage first. So honestly, if I find a Rampage or whatever, I'm going to cast it right away just to get rid of this guy. Alright, he fights with fire. Yeah, that's fine. We actually want to keep our guys right now. Our best draw... Yeah, I don't know. I think we just scoop at this point. With how many cards he's drawn and everything. they have really, really good things. And we just drew so many stinking lands again. Ugh. All right, so there you guys have it with Artifact Rampage, and I think we had one really awesome game there. These games go really long, so I'm not showing. I think I played one or two more that I'm probably not going to be showing. But I hope you guys enjoyed it because this is a fun idea, fun deck, and I think there's some fun things you can do around it. I think we need to add a little bit more control, a little bit more, I don't know, something else into this. So let me know what you guys think of it, though. Do you think this has a chance in Standard, or is there a way to improve it enough to where it does have a chance? But I think it's a fun card. Rampage with the Clans, definitely super, super spicy, and I think it's a blast. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.